C. It could be C.
Yeah, let's go see.
I'd probably flank. So I think I've explained this concept before on this exact map. We have 3 seaside already, and you're way too far to show up to C. So if you'd started this rotation at like 138, then it's lit. Okay, it's fine. But because that would mean that you'd be like here at 129. However, because you haven't started the rotation, you're pretty slow, you took an orb. The only time that you're getting action this way is if it becomes C retake. Agreed? I'm pretty sure all of your teammates would either die or fall off site before you get there with the amount of time it would take you to rotate. You agree with that? Perfect. So because your impact is low in that scenario, I would rather gain value on them leaving or the retake. So you've got 3 people on C, which means if the enemy team pushes into it, they're losing the Haven minigame. Essentially, you want to hit a site with 1 or fewer defenders on Haven because there's 3 bomb sites and the defenders can't put 2 on every bomb site because that would be 6 defenders. It's a mathematical conundrum. It's impossible. And so the attackers are really trying to do this. Now, don't get me wrong. You'll be like, oh, but I've got numbers disadvantage if I'm flank. That's risky. Well, yeah, exactly. The flankers shouldn't just ego fight all of them. What you do on flank in these scenarios while you have people alive is you do what's called contain. I actually picked Jett on this map in the in-houses, and this is when I decided I'd stop playing Duelist in the in-houses in the non-immortal games because it was too unfair. And it was an A hit, but it was the same idea. I flanked out C, and all I did was I came up here and I just held. And you know why? Because if they come to peek me, I don't necessarily get a kill, but I get damage. I come over here, I smoke, and now their rotations are giga slow, and we all get to reset. And statistically speaking, I get a kill there half the time. So now 1, we have plus 0.5 kills. 2, we know they're leaving. We've got tons of time to rotate. 3, these guys are probably going to burn utility trying to find me. Like if you're rotating here and you saw a Jett and she fell back, you're going to burn your drone. You're going to burn your recon. You're going to spend time deady peeking all these angles. You're not going to find anything because I already left.
Careful.
I already left. I'm not giving you any of that. I'm not giving you a fight. Hell no. Haven in particular, map control is really powerful. And so because you've got 3C, you can take map control here, which will result in a scenario where this is the only amount of map the enemy team really controls, and you control the rest, which is statistically winning on this map. It's not the same on Lotus, no Archangel. The reason why you won't see this pattern on Lotus, like you won't necessarily see somebody push up A flank every round in a pro game in this scenario, is because the team C is not contained. Look, if we draw the same barriers and we draw them, notice they're not contained. They can open this door and just go B, which is in fact what Fnatic does all the time.
Hello gamers, look at your elo, now look at mine, now back to your elo, now back to mine. Sadly, it isn't mine, but if you stop autopiloting outdated strategies and start getting free VOD review coaching, it could look like it's mine. Look down, back up, where are you? You're on bind. With the strats your strats could be like, what's in your hand? Back at me, I have it. It's the Valorant gift card from Woohoojin. For your successful follow-up thought, look again. The gift card is now an ego vandal. Anything is possible when you get your Valorant tips from a talking banana and not TikTok. I'm on a gaming chair.
Holy cow, bro is swinging his knife as much as Fang.
I think we go back. I'm a flash. Yeah. I'll hold short.
Yeah, I'll hold short with you.
We have flank.
This is really good. What the hell?
They're here, for sure.
You double up short?
Woman's low.
Yeah, nice.
Is this us?
I think we go back. I'm a flash. Yeah.
Oh, it's Diago.
I'll hold short.
Yeah.
Akira, why is it the initiator player who's the cool person here? Why is Diago the good teammate who's coordinating and calling a whole day short? Why isn't it us? What the
I'll hold short with you.
At least you come back to her.
We have flank here. Just one side.
And you're playing with her. So I'm still giving you a passing grade. I'm just sad that she is more vocal than us right now.
Phoenix.
Yeah, initiators are actually just way better at Valorant on average. What can you do? Oh, why are you shooting so fast? Bro, that guy can't shoot back. Why did you just burn 7 bullets? I'm gonna close this goddamn VOD if your fights look like that. Bro is out here with his ghost. One sec, I'm booting up Haven. First game, fights were pretty bad for my early defense rounds, to be honest. Well, then you shouldn't have submitted it if you didn't think it was a good game, because that's in the VOD rules requirements FAQ. Says I want you to submit a game where you feel you played well. So if you're gonna argue, oh, I wasn't playing well, then that's tough. That's tough, because I'm always going to treat your VOD like this is you playing well. That's why I asked for a good VOD, because I can't handle the copium of it was a bad game, Hooge. I need it to be a good game, because mistakes you make in good games are mistakes you make in every game. Mistakes you make in bad games are mistakes you're going to cope about because it was a bad game. And that shit's annoying. Okay. Like, what is this? No amount of bad game has me shooting my ghost like this. I'm doing this. I'm doing this. Like, no amount of rust is causing my technique to drop so significantly and do this at a guy. Like, look at where my bullets are landing. They're all over the place. You have to tap bullets the ghosts, dude.
4 stacks. Let's proceed.
There's a lot of window.
Blocking sight.
There's a lot.
You're not doing target confirmation. You're literally doing no target confirmation. You're not even standing still. Now, okay. Okay. Because some like Radiant or Immortal in chat is gonna, they're raising their hand right now at the front of the class, but Hooge. I'm gonna Hooge Oracle them. When you're high elo and you take your first shot on a target who's not on your crosshair, yes, you instantly shoot. You instantly shoot your first bullet when you get surprised, okay? So, like, if I am peeking here and they're here, then yes, I do insta-shoot my first bullet on a flick because you might hit it. But after that, I'm adjusting and trying to control onto them, okay? It's only the first bullet I really YOLO because I'm way off. I'm like, oh, shit. And if that hits, it's lit. If it doesn't hit, that's fine and expected. The problem is, you're not doing that. You are insta-flick shooting and you're just out here heckin' shooting again. You see? You're just spamming left click. So it's different. Your technique's bad. And for all intents and purposes, if you're honestly like below the rank of Immortal, I'm not going to complain if you don't shoot that one free bullet at the start of your flick towards the enemy. It's so low conversion. Yeah, I've got sick hospital flick clips where I hit that bullet, but it's not that frequent that it matters. Like, I prefer that you don't rush any shots and then you rush all of them. But yeah, you should rush your first shot when you get surprised. That is a normal thing.
KJ2.
Let's see.
No.
I'm gonna grab you an example. Visual aids. Okay. So here I have a ghost.
Oh my god.
Enemy surprises me. So I shoot one random bullet, but notice I was already ready to like adjust after that and try to shoot them back. Now, of course, I randomly just hit it. So
Oh my god.
it's lit. But 9,900 times out of 100 times, I missed that bullet. Okay. It's just a lucky shot. Total luck. And so if I miss this bullet, now I'd be controlling shots onto them. But that's the one random bullet I'm talking about. That occasionally does pay off. And when you're really good at the game, it pays off more and more. But that is luck. Luck. Burrow is just holding.
Just what can be.
The world's biggest angle disadvantage. Fami, X3. I apologize if you paid me money for this. You go to YouTube and you search Woohoojin VODs. And here are all of my full VOD reviews unedited. Additionally, if any of my YouTube reviews speak to you in particular, like you're like, wow, I like this VOD a lot. Right in the description, there's this full VOD bit. You just click it and it brings you to the timestamped part of the full stream where that entire unedited VOD is located. So you can go watch it. Additionally, on the Woohoojin's VODs channel, we really try to include in the thumbnails, the agent, the rank, and the map. So it's more just raw data for people who are just trying to find, like, for example, let's say I want to find Cypher on Bind. You can go to search, you can type Cypher Bind, you can hit enter, and look, Diamond 2 Cypher Bind, Silver 1 cipher bind. It's going to give you every VOD that has a cipher and a bind in it. So here's an Ascendant 1 cipher bind. The reason why search works with this is because when you click in, you'll see that there's a chapter that's titled the way you would expect. Here it is, cipher bind Ascendant 1. Because we chapter them, you can search by chapter name. So if you're trying to find a specific review on a specific map, use the Woohoojin VODs channel and you can find completely unedited full VOD reviews in their entirety very quickly. You can even I'm pretty sure you can even search rank. Like if you want a Diamond 2 VOD, yeah. Now here's all the VODs that have a Diamond 2 player in them, you see? I hope that is helpful.
Flash window.
Oh, you're so dead, dude. What the That KJ had no fear. I mean, she knows that there are enemies close angle and she has a Spectre, bro. It's Christmas. It's Christmas. Okay. Who the hell holds like this, dude? Like, why aren't you backing up? This is so much better. Distance from corner is really important. Okay, if you're gonna hold window with Marshall from top side, please have this guy walk down. You don't need 2 people to hold window. High-low would be good or another. It really, I mean, sure. I don't really care because you're probably going to get one. People don't Deddy peek that.
Smoke B. Play slow.
Deddy peek stands for dedicated peek. As in when you peek and you stop and you're ready to fight somebody. So like this is a Deddy peek. Like I'll peek here and I'm ready to fight this guy. The odds that some dudes over here and they Deddy peek here is 0. Like they're not peeking out ready to fight you here. They're probably peeking over here and you're just killing them. So you don't need a high-low. If you're holding here, you've got a free kill. The question is more like, how are you going to get out?
No, 152.
What is that?
Jet 100 on box.
Last player standing.
Yeah, I mean, I really think you have to take an extra second to aim for her head, dude. So yeah, a Radiant player probably will notice that she can't shoot back and they'll take the extra second either way. But you got to realize it's 3v5. Retake on A, you have a Marshall. You are not winning this. Okay, there's no world you're winning this. I would never expect to win this round. And so I'm only thinking about one thing, as much damage as possible. And you gotta aim for the head here, man. You have a Marshall, like a body shot. That's like, they're gonna spend 400 credits to get that armor back. That's nothing.
CC. Or could be C. Here. C.
I'd probably flank. So I think I've explained this concept before on this exact map. We have 3 C-side already, and you're way too far to show up to C. So if you'd started this rotation at like 138, then it's lit. Okay, it's fine. But because that would mean that you'd be like here at 129. However, because you haven't started the rotation, you're pretty slow, you took an orb. The only time that you're getting action this way is if it becomes C retake. Agreed? I'm pretty sure all of your teammates would either die or fall off site before you get there with the amount of time it would take you to rotate. You agree with that? Perfect. So because your impact is low in that scenario, I would rather gain value on them leaving or the retake. So where would you rather be on the retake? Would you rather be here or here? So option 1 and option 2. This is the first question. And genuinely answer it. Because if you prefer to be CT, that's something we can talk about. But on average, most people do prefer to be the flanker here. So, okay, everyone's saying 2. I'm just going to have to say it plainly. You're very wrong. You've got 3 people on C, which means if the enemy team pushes into it, they're losing the Haven minigame. Essentially, you want to hit a site with 1 or fewer defenders on Haven because there's 3 bomb sites and the defenders can't put 2 on every bomb site because that would be 6 defenders. It's a mathematical conundrum. It's impossible. And so the attackers are really trying to do this. Now, don't get me wrong. You'll be like, oh, but I've got numbers disadvantage if I'm flank. That's risky. Well, yeah, exactly. The flankers shouldn't just ego fight all of them. What you do on flank in these scenarios while you have people alive is you do what's called contain. I actually picked Jett on this map in the in-houses, and this is when I decided I'd stop playing Duelist in the in-houses in the non-immortal games because it was too unfair. And it was an A hit, but it was the same idea. I flanked out C. And all I did was I came up here and I just held. And you know why? Because if they come to peek me, I don't necessarily get a kill, but I get damage. I come over here, I smoke, And now their rotations are giga slow and we all get to reset. And statistically speaking, I get a kill there half the time. So now 1, we have plus 0.5 kills. 2, we know they're leaving. We've got tons of time to rotate. 3, these guys are probably going to burn utility trying to find me. Like if you're rotating here and you saw a Jett and she fell back, you're going to burn your drone. You're going to burn your recon. You're going to spend time deady peeking all these angles. You're not going to find anything because I already left.
Careful.
I already left. I'm not giving you any of that. I'm not giving you a fight. Hell no. And so you can do the same thing here. You actually don't even have to push up very far in this case until they commit to the C hit. So while you've got 3C, you just take this A space and it can be as simple as like coming out here and holding this way. Because you're going to get a shot off and you easily can come back to cover and you get info as they're coming here. You see how much time that grants you? It grants you so much time. You have the information so early. So it's about containing at this point. They're giving you map control on... This is a tough pill to swallow, but every map has like a different win condition. And Haven's win condition, you just have to understand, it's map control. Haven in particular, map control is really powerful. And so because you've got 3C, you can take map control here, which will result in a scenario where this is the only amount of map the enemy team really controls, and you control the rest, which is statistically winning on this map. It's not the same on Lotus, no Archangel. The reason why you won't see this pattern on Lotus, like you won't necessarily see somebody push up A flank every round in a pro game in this scenario, is because the team C is not contained. Look, if we draw the same barriers and we draw them, notice they're not contained. They can open this door and just go B, which is in fact what Fnatic does all the time. Every map is different, which is it's annoying because you want them to be similar so your decision making can be similar. But this is a Haven specific scenario where you've got 3 defenders C, so taking the map control is correct on Haven. It really is just a Haven pattern in this case. It's tough.
I'm so sorry.
So here we're gonna see that they're probably not gonna hit C because we've got the heckin' Goon squad. Unfortunate.
Good shit.
Maybe they will. Maybe they'll hard commit anyways. It'd be lit. And let's purely talk statistics, Nobi. Let's purely talk statistics. Let's not talk results, okay? So do you remember that Killjoy you said you'd be worried about on the flank? She just died. Now, results-wise, your Skye died, okay? But in aggregate, especially as you rank up, this Killjoy, she just made a giga mistake. And she is going to die a lot playing this lurk.
She's out.
And so then you can move from being this contain here, which is all I'd be doing for a while, to then slowly but safely creeping up to contain even harder. But of course she doesn't die. Whatever. This is good.
A short.
Yeah, they rotate. They cancel. They go A.
Oh, fuck, dude.
You see? And now you're actually not winning. Believe it or not, I consider this to be actually a dead equal position. Pro teams, when they play retake practice, they'll actually play up a man. So, and I believe... I heard CSGO retake servers are the same. They do 5 versus 4. And the reason for that is because the bomb down is a big advantage. Imagine if you're playing defense and you knew the enemy team had to hit A. Well, you just 5-stack A. That'd be really good. So it's a huge advantage for the planters, which is why usually when practicing retakes and dry runs and practice scrims, teams they'll sack a member on this team. So right now, despite our numbers advantage, the round is back to neutral. This round is 50-50 at this point in my head. All because we didn't want to control our own space and contain. We gave them map control. And this is exactly why. Do you see? Okay, then we clutch up. But like at this point, it's fully reset. This is 2v2. We win 250s. Good for us. Sorry, I didn't look at your gunfight. I'm about to close your VOD. I love these gunfights. Holy shit. Okay. Perfect idea, bad execution. The point of the contain is to get info that they're leaving, stay alive, and maybe kill one. The angle you're doing right here, it tells me that you're trying to get info if they leave and definitely kill one. But the problem is you're not valuing your life with this angle. You're gonna kill one. I'll give that to you. You might even kill 2, but you're definitely dead. And the moment you die, a good team is going to, they visualize enemies as a chain, okay? I've got a video about this. And when they blast a hole through the chain like this, they know that nobody's over here because nobody would be here while their teammates containing over here. And so when they get this kill, it's as if the chain has been blasted open and there's this gap in the control, and they will knife out to A to plant the bomb. So your one and done has granted them tons of speed, and it enters post plant, which means it's actually a 1 for 0 because the bomb going down is +1 for them. So you dying, but you get 1, you get +1, but then -1 when you die. But now they get another +1 when they plant. So even if you got 2 and died, you're net even. You see how it's net neutral if you get 2 and die? It's not worth it. You have to get 3 playing like this, or you have to get 2 and live. It's not going to happen.
Nice.
Can you bait for me from
Now your Sky is about to fix this because your Sky is such a fucking goat. Initiator players, oh my god. You know what she's gonna do? I hope she's gonna stand right here and she's gonna peek off you and she's gonna turn it into like a 3-for-1. Chain exists for all mass refuge. Yeah, the concept of it. Holy fuck, yeah, she's jiggling your contact. Look at this. She's the goat. She's actually the goat.
Oh, he's blinded too. Copy,
Just
copy,
hold
copy.
tight, hold tight, hold tight.
Yeah, look, hold tight. Oh my god.
Keep making noise.
I have an off angle on them.
They can't leave. They can't leave. They can't.
Bro, tell her they're coming to you. What the f, Nobi? Hey, Sky, they're coming to me. Get ready to peek. What the hell?
I'm gonna make him.
Oh my god, she's
They thought they
ping-ponging
blasted.
for you?
He's flashing.
Spike down.
They have to commit C. They have to commit C.
Bro.
Come fight with me, Sky.
I'm gonna rotate back. I'm rotating. Okay, I'm rotating. Let me dog.
And then you just push them and give them a goddamn 50. What the hell? Boop, boop. Diago, #1738. If you can prove you're on this server with a linked account, the tier 3 is coming your way.
Like
This
here.
is ranked now? What do you mean? Don't get me wrong. This guy sucks, just like us. But they suck in other ways. They've got teamwork down, but I mean, they have like no confidence. It's the classic hecking duelist versus non-duelist conundrum in lower ranks. Every VOD that's not duelist, you're terrified of every fight. It's a problem. Every VOD that is duelist, you've got no hecking coordination. It's a problem. On average.
Flash. 117. Flash.
No target confirmation. You're still moving. Instant crouch spray. I'm closing this goddamn VOD. I'm closing it. That's disgusting. Ooh, gunfight hygiene is trash. You insta shot every enemy and rush follow-up shots every time. Fix it. I can't watch a VOD like that. We can't talk macro when every single fight you take is disadvantageous for you because you can't even hecking take your time.